Hey, thanks for slithering in. I am Symtherin. Welcome back to my channel and to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today we are building another starter home. This is the fourth installment of my little starter home slash limited pack series. So a little bit about that is I am going world by world, building a starter home and only using base game plus whatever pack that world came with. Here we are in Forgotten Grotto, right? Or Forgotten Hollow. I always mix those two up, so don't mind me. And that's the world we get with vampires. So of course we are using only base game and vampires. And this was actually another suggestion by you guys down in the comments, specifically Amy the Cat. Thank you so much for this suggestion. I had so much fun and I hope you guys enjoy it. With that being said, if you guys have any suggestions for a starter home you would like to see next, let me know down in the comments below. I am really enjoying kind of taking your comments and suggestions to kind of shape future content and videos. So just let me know. I would love to, do what you guys want to see because of course you guys are watching the videos. So, and plus you guys have better ideas than I do. So honestly. Anyway, we have the shape of the build already pretty much together. The exterior is definitely a lot more detailed than the interior, and that seems to be a common theme for my starter homes recently, so I do want to get a little better at that. However, I'm really happy with the size of this build. I felt like it was pretty perfect, and I was able to kind of get everything in, and yeah, it's pretty exciting. I had a lot of fun, and I use colors here that I typically don't use. They're very like gray and white, and I don't know, I just really like the vibe, and I'm gonna say it again. I'm so ready for spooky season. It is August now. Isn't that crazy? I can't believe how fast this year is flying by. But it's August, which means it's almost fall, and it's almost spooky season, and I just can't wait to get into all the spooky and fall builds. That's honestly some of my favorite to do, so I cannot wait to get into it. But what are we doing now? I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I built this a little while ago. I actually built this and edited this video pretty much before Lovestruck came out, and then I got early access to Lovestruck and it kind of just took over, honestly, my whole life and all of my builds, as you guys maybe have seen. If you haven't and you're new here, check out those builds. They're pretty cool. I had a lot of fun. We got like 3 of them, and one of them was even a starter home. But we are now working on the interior, making sure we get all of our essentials before we run out of simoleons. That has been one big trick or lesson I have learned in trying to do starter homes, is always get the shape of your build, but then abandon the exterior and come work on the interior, because you'll be sad when you get to the interior and realize I don't have enough simoleons for a toilet or a bed. My sim can't survive here. And that's the whole point, is for your sims to be able to move on in and honestly survive until they can start slowly decorating this place up and making it their own. And just like the exterior, we're going with a very neutral kind of color theme here. We've got the blacks and the whites and the grays, keeping it very simple. Over here we're getting together our little tiny kitchen. I tried to keep it as squish as possible, and of course we're using the cheapest appliances because I had to use the vampire counters, and I don't remember how much those cost, but I'm pretty sure they're not cheap. But I'm pairing them with a base game cabinet, which I think I did that because the cabinets are definitely cheaper, at least the base game ones versus the vampire ones. And over here's our little dining area. There's not too much like wall decor per se, but I definitely wanted to make sure we get some curtains here, because unless you're playing with mods or anything, vampires don't do well in the sunlight, at least in The Sims 4. They don't sparkle, it's not Twilight. But, and I mean, even though I'm sure if you didn't have the curtains on the windows, your vampire sims would be fine. But it's just, it's for the appearances, except I'm saying that now, and I bet you not every window has a curtain. I bet you that much, because if you can see, we are already like bare bones here with the simoleons, and we barely got a bed in, and it's fun. I think I end up making some tweaks and stuff and making the shell a little smaller. I really can't remember. You guys are gonna have to wait and see for yourself. But what I really did enjoy was the shape of this build, because in the reference picture I had, because I did have a reference picture, and I'm gonna try and pop it up on the screen here if I remember and if I saved it. But I'll do that in editing. So I did have a reference picture, and it had like a double entryway. So I mean, that's just something else you guys can explore. I kind of liked it. And I do have an archway leading into the rest of the build, although I did consider not having one, and maybe I actually got rid of it to save simoleons. I might have. I think I just saw myself delete it. But this is the point where I'm trying to figure out where can I save space and make this a little smaller. But maybe your vampire just doesn't want anyone going up to their bedroom, so you can lock that other door entryway thing, or eventually maybe your vampire can rent out the top floor and you can kind of renovate down here and up there and kind of make like an apartment unit kind of thing. And obviously that's only possible if you have for rent and all that good stuff. But it's possible, it's an idea, you know. But yeah, here we are really trying to figure out how to make this smaller, how to save some simoleons, and I think I pretty much get it together. At least I hope I do. No, I think I do. No, I know I do. Just kidding. Because at the end of the day, I did look it up, and on the gallery, this does come out to like maybe a little over 18,000 simoleons. So plenty of room for you guys to get started with your Sims or your vampire sim. Now, the suggestion specifically said that they wanted a vampire lady or a house for their vampire lady, and that would be awesome. I really like that. I've played with vampires very little, but I have played with vampires, and I feel like what I did play with was really fun. But it also might be cool to maybe move into here with your sim who's not a vampire yet. I think there's an aspiration to either become a vampire or learn about the vampires, so I think that is another option for this house, and it's really fun. But the bedroom here is pretty much together. I'm trying to figure out a way to like get more greenery and kind of decorate it. It took me a while to figure out how to lay out this living room, and honestly, it's not that fancy. There's no TV, but I did make sure you have a little bookshelf here, because that way you have some kind of entertainment. It's very important for your Sims to have some fun, and I think reading books counts as fun. Maybe that's just for certain traits of Sims. You guys are gonna have to tell me. But the interior, we're done. It's set. We have all of our essentials. We are down to 4 simoleons. Really got really close there. It's crazy. It's crazy how fast this money goes. It's like real life. But we are outside now, and of course we are decorating the exterior and landscaping with the help of our best friend, the debug menu and the show live edit objects menu. For some reason I always say that whole cheat out loud instead of just saying the live edits menu. I don't know. It's what I do. But here are the 2 cheats that you can use, so if you need to add it in your game or want to check it out, it unlocks 2 hidden catalogs in the game that the Sims team are mean for hiding from us. But how I do it is, because I'm lazy, I have the Better Build By mod by Twisted Mexi, and that pretty much just sets the cheats for me, and I don't even have to lift a finger. And let me tell you, when these mods break sometimes, and I have to enter the cheat codes myself, I'm lost. I'm like, oh my god, I'm so spoiled with these mods, honestly, and I only use those two mods, Tool Mod and Better Build By. It's pretty much all I do. But yeah, it's so fun. Anyway, the landscaping is coming together. It's very lush. It's very green. I feel like in general, this home fits pretty well in the neighborhood, and I really enjoyed doing it, so I hope you guys do like it. If you did, don't forget to do all the things like, comment, subscribe. It really helps me out, and join our little family here. And don't forget to let me know which world and starter home you want to see next, and enjoy the screenshots because that's it. We're done. Have a fantastic day. I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye!